Hey, Lashpreneurs, happy Monday to you. Yes, the title of this episode is Why You Don't Have to Be on Social Media. 100%. This conversation was inspired by one of my mastermind members. As part of the mastermind, you could get one-on-one coaching with me. And so one of the members who has a fairly large team, they're fully booked, and she is needing to bring on new team members, which is the whole goal of the mastermind, is to help them do that more effectively, more efficiently, and more profitably. And she's like, we were talking about what would be best for her to work on with me in our one-on-one sessions. And she's like, I want to learn how to do reels and post to social media more. And I got to be on reels more and all this stuff about reels, right? Which is kind of, if you're on social media for any second trying to market your business, reels is the way to do it. In fact, I talk about reels often when it comes to promoting your business on social media. And if that was like her main focus of wanting to work on, like, if I just could do reels. And I asked her why, because it kind of puzzled me. And she's like, well, because I need to market my business on social media. And I said, well, yes, that's a great marketing channel. However, marketing is not her issue because she's already got more demand than she can handle. Now, that doesn't mean you stop marketing. Please don't hear that. Please don't take that away as the message. You always need to be marketing your business. However, the key thing here in this conversation was that she already has marketing that's working really, really well. So why start something new or challenge yourself to learn something new when you can't already handle the marketing that is working? And that kind of gave her an aha of, oh, I have marketing that's already working. Well, I don't know what's working. And that is what inspired this conversation today, along with a couple of other people who have been messaging me on Instagram saying, hey, I want to learn how to do social media marketing, which, yes, it's a beautiful platform to be able to reach your customers and potential customers for free, but it is not the only platform, and it is not the one platform that you want to put all of your eggs in. We'll get into that in just a second. So that is what this conversation is today, is why you actually don't have to be on social media if you don't want to. However, the want to, we can also challenge. So first things first, fully booked businesses don't rely on just one marketing platform. It's dangerous to put all your eggs in one basket. You likely have had many experiences of when you rely on one thing and that one thing starts to not act the same, then it kind of blows up your whole ability to be able to market yourself. Instagram specifically is really doing a lot of updates to become very TikTok-y, right? And that can be very problematic. If Instagram was working for you a year ago, it is completely different now than it was even a year ago, even 6 months ago. And they are constantly doing updates to the algorithm and changing things and testing things and experimenting things. And in some countries they do it, in other countries they don't. It's a lot to keep up with. And I can imagine that your overwhelm with social media is like, unless I am constantly studying what's going on with social media, it's very hard to be competitive on the platform and to keep utilizing it to market my business. Sound familiar? Imagine most of you are nodding. So here's the thing, is that nobody expects you as a solo business owner, even those that, have team members underneath them, expects you to be an expert at a social media platform, much less all the platforms, right? There's Facebook and TikTok and YouTube and Pinterest and all sorts of different ways, and Nextdoor and LinkedIn, and there's tons of different social media platforms. I don't expect you, and I hope nobody else does, expect you to be an expert at any given one of them. But you should have enough knowledge to utilize the platform in a way that does benefit your business. Now, most business owners, beauty business owners specifically, work the platforms backwards in that they try to post and do what they see other people doing without understanding the strategy of why you utilize that platform. When you understand the strategy of utilizing that platform in your overall marketing, then you can start taking away this pressure of like, I have to post there because everybody else is, or my competitor's posting 6 times a day, or, whatever this pressure that you're putting on yourself is. Here's the thing. You do not own Instagram. Shocking, I know, right? We all probably wouldn't have businesses if we owned a piece of Instagram, but you don't own the platform. Therefore, they can and they will change things as needed. Facebook used to be the go-to marketing social media platform 5+ years ago. Facebook is almost non-existent for businesses to utilize organically. It's all a pay-to-play platform now for businesses. Instagram heading very similarly that way. Even TikTok is more of an awareness level platform where you get a lot of eyes and things can go viral much easier, but it's not necessarily where a relationship is built with the customer. Understanding the marketing funnel, if you've never heard me talk about the marketing funnel, That is marketing strategy. There are 3 different levels of the funnel, and I talk about this in my free masterclass, Overlooked to Fully Booked. You can shoot me a DM and I can send you the link for our next upcoming class, or you can go to lashpreneur.com/masterclass to learn more about that. But we talk about the marketing funnel. And at the top of the funnel is awareness level marketing. In the middle is interest level marketing. And at the bottom is desire level marketing. Awareness is basically getting a bunch of strangers to know who you are so they become aware of you. The interest level is where the relationship is built, that trust, that authority, that connection with your potential customer, and desires where they end up wanting to book the appointment. Social media is in the interest level marketing. It's where the relationship is built. It's not where the booking happens. So just utilizing social media as the only means of marketing is a pretty risky game that's not going to serve your business. It doesn't account for the whole customer journey of somebody going from a stranger to a client. There's a whole predictable journey that a client goes on that you want to make sure you have each step of the funnel built out, at least one marketing channel in each. And social media is one component of that, but it is not where the booking happens. It's where the relationship is built. That is the key difference in Instagram strategy. Is it's not always sell, DM to book, text to book, booking link in bio. That is constantly selling and it's not very engagement worthy. Therefore, with the algorithm, it doesn't show up in people's feeds. So you may have more than enough followers to be able to get fully booked, but you're not creating that relationship with them. So they stop seeing your post and you stop being top of mind for when they're ready to book the appointment. Social media should be fun. And this is where a lot of you, when you start to get this little chip on your shoulder of like, God, they changed the algorithm again. And my posts have gone down and my views and that reel didn't perform. And I spent so much time in doing this and stories are, all the engagement is tanking back, right? It should be fun, because here's why. When it's fun, I mean, think about your own social media usage. Do you go on there and do you really want to engage with people who are like, hey guys, free full set Monday at 5. Oh, I have bookings, opening fill appointment on Saturday at 2. Do you want to engage with that? Or you're like, yes, score, I can't wait. Not without the relationship. Like if you have a relationship with that person and they're really booked and you're like, I just need the opening, give me the opening, then those types of posts work. But really, when we're talking about the relationship building component of social media, you have to do that long before they're ever ready to book with you, right? And so people are drawn to people that are joyful, that actually like help serve that customer. So your platform, your Instagram strategy or your posting strategy should be something around being entertaining. And if it's not entertaining, be educational. If you just stick with those 2 things, being entertaining and educational, my God, your social media your engagement's going to go up, because that has real value to somebody who is following you to want to book an appointment or who wants to become a customer, right? So either you're making them smile, making them laugh, and they're connecting with you because they enjoy you. That has value to it in the eyes of potential customer. And that's where reels play a really great part. That's where those short little lip syncing videos or dancing reels, the reason why those are so popular and so utilized is because they're very entertaining. They are also pushed in the algorithm more because they're entertaining and keep people on the platform longer, which is the whole point of the algorithm. Educational posts really help to present you as the authority figure. So many lash artists and beauty business owners don't post anything but like before and after photos and hard sell posts, like DM to book, call to book, openings available, those kinds of things. So if you are being different than what your competitors are doing by trying to educate clients, because let's face it, you have a wide range of knowledge of who your audience, what your audience understands about your services. So even the basics of basics, which you were like, oh my God, that's so elementary school. Everybody knows like why eyelash extensions are great. No, not everybody knows, and they need to be reminded of it, right? Everybody has their own experiences with the eyelash extensions. If your target market has had them before, but they were painful, they were damaging, they were too long, they were too dramatic, you can do an educational post on how eyelash extensions can enhance what you already have and look very natural. And that might just blow a couple people's minds of like, oh, so they don't have to look like you're about to fly away from your eyeballs? Cool, let's learn more. So educational and entertaining content can be very great for engagement purposes, but also be very fun for you to create, because then you're just sharing. You're sharing either a piece of yourself or a piece of your expertise. And even if you're a brand new lash artist or a brand new beauty business owner, or you've just learned a new skill set, you still know more than the average person who is not spending all of their days looking at social media feeds of beauty brands and who's doing the research and education. You already have so much more knowledge, even if you're a beginner. start to share that, because somebody will find value and benefit from what you're willing to share and to teach. Also, with social media, you got to change your perspective on it. A lot of people, when it comes to social media and why they're inconsistent and why they don't think it works, is because they come from the mindset of, I have to post on social media. This is what my mastermind member was thinking, is I have to stay relevant. I have to post on social media. Well, if you have to do something, how many of you want to do things that you have to do? I have to go to the dentist every 6 months in order to keep my teeth healthy, but I don't want to, right? It's not the most pleasant experience, but you kind of have to if you want to have a smile that people are like, oh, cool, teeth, rather than, oh God, teeth, right? So just because you have to do something, it doesn't mean that you're going to want to do it. And it doesn't mean you're going to show up the best, right? Same thing with taxes. I actually choose to look at taxes as something I get to do because my business is successful and I'm making enough money to owe taxes. My dad takes a very different approach. He's like, God, taxes, like, oh, they're robbing me of my money. I don't look at taxes as my money. I look at taxes as, this is the fee I pay in order to have the business in the country that I do, right? And it is a beautiful thing to make enough money that you have to owe taxes, right? Now, yes, we can have tax strategy to minimize taxes, but owing taxes is actually a good thing, perspective shifting. Just like you get to be on social media to market your business, you get free access to potential customers using social media. No other time in history have you had so much free access to so many of your potential customers by one platform, right? So you can look at it as, I get to. So if you think that you have to post 7 days a week in order to have an engaged channel and to get customers off there, I want to even challenge that belief. For me, and what I teach to, is consistency on the platform, even if that's just once a week, right? Start small. Don't get overwhelmed by, I have to post every day. If you want to post every day, great. Create one new post a week and then repurpose, past posts the rest of the 4 days. You don't have to. This is where we're going to move into the next section, which is look at the data to inform you where your energy is best spent when it comes to marketing your business. So if you can improve, and really this is what I was talking to my mastermind member about, if you can improve what's already working, you don't have to learn new ways to market your business. You already have proof that somehow somebody found you and wanted to pay you for what you have. That marketing is what you need to be intentional about, and then improve what's already working instead of reinventing the wheel. A lot of people, they are like, okay, I'm going to learn social media. I'm going to be on social media, and they post consistently for like a month and they don't get one single customer off of it. And then they're like, this doesn't work. And then they throw it out the window. They're like, I'm going to focus on Google ads. And then they just like throw some random stuff on Google ads and like they pay $100 for it. And they're like, it didn't work. And then I'm going to start over and do something new. That is the hardest, most expensive way to do marketing, is to like go all in on something for like a short period of time, then throw it out the window and go, doesn't work. No, really effective marketing are little small pivots over time to get that consistency, to figure out what works for your target audience and to just build on it from there. So for example, if we're going to look at, my challenge to you is to go ask every single current customer you have how they found you. Do they remember how they found you? You should be asking this for every new customer and every DM and text and call that's like, hey, I want to book an appointment. Great. How did you find out about us? That is what is working in your business already. Can you imagine how much better that marketing would be if you were intentional about getting better at that marketing? Word of mouth marketing is something that most of my students and the DMs I get, they're not aware that that's actually marketing as well. Word of mouth marketing is marketing. So if your clients just naturally, and I'm using quotation marks, just naturally refer their friends and family to you, well, imagine if you were intentional about asking clients after every appointment, hey, do you have a friend that might be interested in services? Here's 20% off a full set if you want to refer a friend in. Imagine how much more new clients you would get off of word of mouth marketing if you were intentional about getting better at it and improving how you're marketing through that channel, right? So if Instagram is in fact bringing you some clients, awesome. How can we be more intentional about serving the audience we already have, rather than constantly trying to get new eyes on our feed and our posts? Right? Reels are great for getting a lot of eyes, a lot of attention, getting in the feed. However, most of you probably have a couple dozen, if not a few hundred followers on average when you're kind of a smaller business. You don't need hundreds of customers in order to be fully booked. You maybe need 30, 60, maybe 70 clients to be fully booked. So how do we go about serving the audience that we already have even better, rather than trying to grow our numbers and our followers and trying to get more eyes on our stuff? Let's focus on serving whose eyes we already have on our stuff. Does that make sense? So I want to challenge you. How can you simplify what you're already doing and just start to make a 1% change and 1% improvement today? Can you send a DM to a new follower, introducing yourself and saying hello? And if you have any questions about XYZ service, feel free to shoot me a DM anytime. Can you record a funny reel and just be yourself and show a little bit of your personality today? Can you share a beautiful after photo of a client and describe how excited she was with the results? Can you go comment on your favorite account's post because you love them and you just want to show your appreciation for what they show up and do? Do you need to go unfollow that competitor that every time you see their post, and you see it all the time, you're like, God, I'm not doing enough and I need to do more. And gosh, she's posting so much and she's fully booked and she's hashtag blessed. Go unfollow her because it makes it not fun to be on the platform. How can you simplify and be intentional about the marketing that you're already doing and just start to do little improvements rather than feel like you have to be in all the places all the time? If you need some marketing tips and marketing ideas, I've got some for you. Some really simplified ones, some really easy to do. It's a free download. It's my top 10 marketing tips, and you can go to lashpreneur.com/top10tips. That's top 10 tips. And you can download that free guide. And then if you want to join the masterclass where we talk about how to go from overlooked to fully booked and the marketing funnel, you can go to lashpreneur.com/masterclass. All right, guys, that's all I've got for you today. Have a good one.